Hi, everybody, and welcome to Literacy Innovations, the movement. I am Ebony, and I'm coming to you today to talk about sight words. What are sight words? Sight words are the words that we see most often when we read words such as he, she, it, they, we, will, so on and so forth. These words make up the majority of what we read, especially with our younger learners. So it's very important that they learn these words so that they can feel successful from the beginning. So we have them ranging all the way from pre-K to third grade, and all of the words are very important. And so I think we need to get a head start on the words by practicing them with our kids. Now, when we practice them, we want to make it fun, because normally when kids do something fun that they enjoy, then they remember the experience. So you can practice sight words by doing some hands-on activities. An interesting thing that you can do is you can just take tops to like water bottles, like when you buy the bottled water, and you can put letters on them, and you can use the letters to build words. So say for instance, I have the G here, I have the S here, and I could just put this all together to make certain words. I'll post a picture of something that I've done so I can give you a general idea, because usually I color code them where the vowels will be on the blue top, the consonants will be on just the regular white top, and then the punctuations might be on, the punctuation marks will be on the green top. That's just an idea, but these sight words are very important because they help your kids to become fluent readers. So you don't want them struggling over those very basic words, and they oftentimes don't follow the phonetic spellings that we're usually used to. So when you tell your kid to sound it out, it may not be possible. So these words just need to be, you can use flashcards, but they need to interact with these words daily. They can learn these words in as little as 5 minutes a day if you are diligent and working with it and making it fun for them, so that they can just remember, because they're like, oh, I remember when we did that. They'll recall it in their memory, and that's what you want, because the lack of knowing sight words impacts fluency. And as we know, we're trying to build a community of fluent readers with great comprehension. And so these are things we need to do. I also urge you to read to your kids, with your kids. The reason you model for your kids is because you want them to know proper intonation. You want them to know to stop at a period, to give that brief pause so it doesn't run on. All of those things actually aid your child in comprehension also. So these are skills that I want you to think about as a parent. And then allow your kid to read to you, but don't be overly critical, because sometimes when we do that, we make them nervous, and so they no longer want to read for us, and they don't feel confident reading anywhere, at home, at school, or anywhere. So we need to try to encourage them, and we can give them a little feedback once they're done, but please structure it in a positive way. Also, interact with your child with the book. Ask them about the author and what the author does. Ask them about the illustrator and what the illustrator does. Try to have your kids determine the meaning of unfamiliar words using context or the words around that word, because all of these things will help your child. If they learn them early, they will most likely carry them on, throughout their adult life. So we really want to get to that. If you need a list of sight words, give me your email below the video, and I will mail you a list of sight words. Also, practice, the color words, the number words, the days of the week, the month of the year, because all of these things are like foundational skills for your child. And then we can get on to other things that they need. Because remember, the key is comprehension. We want them understanding what they read. We don't want a word caller. So we don't want them to just be able to call words. We want to eventually show them how to think as they're reading, so that they can take it in. We want them interacting with the text. And you'll know if they get it, because they'll frown if something bad happens. They'll laugh if something is funny. And that's what you want them to do. And so then we'll get into some other stuff in some later videos, like figurative language and things of that nature. But for now, sight word recognition is key. Sight word recognition is key. I'm going to say it one more time. Sight word recognition is key. So please take the time to work with your learners on sight word recognition, you would be surprised that even advanced readers who are seemingly good readers, they may still trip up over where versus were. And we don't want that to happen. So that's why we're going to practice the sight words now, because these high frequency words make up a vast amount of reading material. So, as usual, I want you reading at least 15 minutes a day. I would prefer a half an hour. However, we can start with 15 minutes. And then remember, interact with your child. So, happy reading and stay safe. Bye.